when these new homes go in, they're high quality homes. That's the other strength of Avenue CDC. They do a lot with a little. It helps to stabilize neighborhoods. You've seen a lot of these neighborhoods that Avenue comes into in decline. And so this stops that process and starts it going the opposite direction. These kinds of programs cannot exist without corporate involvement. There just aren't the government dollars to address these kinds of issues.
Very excited, very emotional, can't wait to move in. You're just happy with all of it, you know, just being a brand new home, a first-time owner. Very excited. It brings joy. It brings a lot of joy to me. It makes me proud that I accomplished something that I can pass on to them now. You know, I can give back to them.
Before we rented an apartment, and you know, we had only one child then. It was difficult because you know you were limited to the space. You cannot really do much there. There's no sense of permanency, right? I like the opportunity to have like my own garden. I like the opportunity to have my dogs, to play with my kids outside. You know, like I would say pretty much everything. I'm happy.
Avenue CDC was founded in 1991 by residents of the Old 6th Ward neighborhood, which is the neighborhood just northwest of Houston's downtown. It's a historic neighborhood, and back in the early 90s, the residents were concerned that low-income people were going to be pushed out of the neighborhood because it was so close to downtown. So they decided to form an organization, which was really an outgrowth of the Civic Club, to develop affordable housing and to preserve historic architecture, primarily to preserve the diversity of the community, the economic, cultural, and historical diversity.
We drive the neighborhood every day looking for properties. We also go to auction, and then we proceed from there looking for the owners of the property to see if we could purchase it from them. Then we move from there on to designing and ultimately building the houses. We work with architects, we design plans, then we put out bids. We bring in builders, they bid on the project, we select a builder, and then we start to build the houses.
We provide homebuyer education and counseling, both to help low-income families through the process of purchasing their first home, but also to help them maintain home ownership, to assist them with home maintenance issues, with making sure that they have insurance on their homes, all the things that are important to maintain home ownership.
You know, Avenue CDC has rebuilt houses in neighborhoods that are now being revitalized. It's important not only for the families moving into the houses, but for everybody. After all, when somebody, you know, moves into a house and it becomes their home, they put down roots. It strengthens the schools. It makes a neighborhood safer to have a family in a house. When you see people move into the neighborhood, there's a sense of excitement, which makes Houston safer and a better city.
Avenue CDC also develops affordable rental housing. We have developed 4 apartment complexes which have about 300 units, mixed income apartments.
I was a tenant in Galveston, and when the hurricane came, she told me about these apartments, and that's how I heard about them. As far as what I like about it, the location is perfect. As far as the apartment itself, I mean, you know, it's very spacious. It's, you know, it's just kind of comfortable. I mean, you know, it's real comfortable. I mean, you know, in Galveston, I had a 2-bedroom, but it's nothing like this one.
This was one of the first hospitals in Houston, and it had been dilapidated and supposedly haunted, and turned it into this structure where people could live. That's a big accomplishment.
There was one little girl who spoke with pride. She wanted to show me so bad where her bedroom would be. And this is a family that had been renting before, and now they have an opportunity to put down roots to build a little wealth rather than paying rent to someone else.
At Avenue CDC, we want to make sure that people succeed in home ownership for the long term. We're very concerned about the sustainability of home ownership, both for the families that we're working with and for our community.